Welcome back for the final digital dispatch of the week. It feels like every week in AI is just, well, another whirlwind of crazy new ideas and breakthroughs.
It is pretty mind-blowing how fast things are moving. Always something new to explore.
And speaking of new, we're diving into Google.org's recent announcement,
Mhm.
a $20 million fund to support using AI for, get this, scientific breakthroughs.
Wow, yeah, that's huge. That kind of investment could really make a difference.
Definitely a game changer. Especially if we look back at the impact AI has already had on science. I mean,
Mhm.
just think about the recent Nobel Prize in chemistry.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Awarded to Demis Hassabis and John Jumper for their work on AlphaFold.
Huge moment, right?
Right.
Not just for AI, but for science as a whole.
Yeah,
Validates just how powerful AI can be for solving these really, really complex scientific problems.
absolutely. And for those who might not be familiar with AlphaFold, it uses AI to predict protein structures.
Right. It's already been used by, get this, over 2 million researchers.
Yeah, in 190 countries.
Think about that scale. It's being used to fight malaria,
Mm.
parasitic diseases, even neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's.
It's incredible. And it doesn't stop there. AI is making waves in, well, all sorts of fields, like hydrology.
Hydrology.
Yeah, predicting flood risks with some pretty amazing accuracy.
Wow.
And then in neurology, helping us understand the complexities of the brain in ways we just couldn't before.
It's almost like we're unlocking these new frontiers.
Totally. And of course, we can't forget about climate science,
Hmm.
where AI is being used to model climate patterns and help us come up with strategies to, try to combat climate change.
It feels like we're at this tipping point for a whole scientific revolution powered by AI.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But okay, if AI has this much potential, what's holding scientists back from like fully harnessing all this power?
That's the million-dollar question. Well, 20 million, I guess, in this case. But seriously, one of the biggest hurdles is, funding. Always. It's so competitive and difficult to secure, especially for really, out there research that might not, guarantee immediate results.
Right, because people want to fund the sure thing.
Right. And then you have the need for just massive, massive computing power.
Right.
Because these AI models are data hungry, to say the least,
Hmm.
and they require a ton of processing muscle.
And I imagine expertise is a hurdle too.
Right. Oh, for sure. You need people who not only understand the science, but also AI and how to actually use it effectively.
Got to be this unique mix of skills, right?
Yeah, you need people who can really bridge the gap between these two worlds. And then on top of that, scientists need access to these really strong, robust data sets. Think back to AlphaFold. Its success was largely due to the availability of the protein data bank.
Right, that huge collection of protein structures.
Exactly.
So it sounds like, in a way, this $20 million fund from Google.org is
Yeah.
directly responding to all of those
I,
challenges.
I think that's spot on.
Like, it's about giving scientists the resources they need to, I don't know, just really push the limits of what's possible with AI.
Absolutely. Their stated goal is to empower academic and nonprofit organizations
Okay.
around the world to tackle some of the really, really tough, interdisciplinary problems using AI.
So they're thinking big picture, long-term global impact.
Oh, definitely. And they're focusing on areas with huge potential for real world impact, not just theoretical stuff.
So, like, what kinds of areas are they looking at specifically with this funding?
Well, they highlighted a few key areas. Research on rare diseases, for one,
Mm,
which often lacks funding and attention, unfortunately.
that makes sense, yeah.
Then experimental biology, where AI can really speed up the pace of discoveries.
Oh, wow.
Material science,
Right.
leading to innovative new materials. And of course, sustainability, helping us find solutions to the huge, environmental challenges that we're facing.
It was a pretty wide range,
Yeah.
but all focused on using AI to make a real difference in the world.
Exactly. And it's not just about the money either. They're also offering $2 million in Google Cloud credits.
wow, okay.
Yeah, to give researchers access to that immense computing power they need for these complex AI models. Plus, they're offering the expertise of Googlers to kind of help guide these initiatives. So, mentorship, technical support. It's really a very comprehensive approach.
Yeah, it sounds like they're really going all in on this, like truly committed to fostering this collaborative environment where scientists can thrive and make, groundbreaking discoveries.
Yeah, for sure. And this isn't Google.org's first time, supporting AI for science either. Over the past 5 years, they've invested over $200 million in similar projects.
Wow. So it's not just a one-off thing. It's a sustained commitment to the field.
Absolutely.
That's impressive. Are there any past projects that stand out as like particularly good examples of what they've supported?
Oh, there are quite a few. One that comes to mind is Materium. They received funding to develop new types of bio-based plastics
Oh,
that are more, sustainable and environmentally friendly.
that's awesome.
And they're using AI to analyze and design these new materials, really pushing the boundaries.
Wow. Using AI to tackle the global plastics crisis.
Yeah.
Talk about real-world impact. What other examples are there?
Well, the Women's Cancer Institute, they're leveraging AI to improve cancer detection and treatment. They're developing algorithms that can, analyze medical images and identify cancerous cells with greater accuracy, of course. So, leading to earlier diagnoses and hopefully more effective treatment plans.
Yeah, that could be life-changing for so many people.
Absolutely. And then there's Doctors Without Borders. They're using AI to combat antibiotic resistance.
Oh, wow, that's a huge issue.
It is. They're developing AI-powered tools to track the spread of resistant bacteria and identify, the most effective treatment options. So it's all about preserving the effectiveness of the antibiotics we already have.
I love that. It's such a smart approach.
Yeah, I think so too.
So it's just this really diverse range of applications, but all with that common thread of addressing these huge challenges facing humanity. It just really underscores the transformative potential of AI in science.
It does. And I think the core message here is that, funding, technology, and collaboration, those are the key ingredients to really driving scientific progress.
I think you're right. Like if we look back at AlphaFold winning the Nobel Prize, that's a perfect example of what can happen when all those elements come together.
It's pretty inspiring. And with this new funding from Google.org, I'm really excited to see, what other groundbreaking achievements will emerge and what solutions we'll find that can improve, so many lives.
Yeah, it really feels like we're on the verge of something incredible here. AI is ready to revolutionize science. And we're just beginning to see what it can really do.
Absolutely. It's kind of like we're just scratching the surface. We've seen what AI can do, but there's so much more out there. It makes you wonder, like, what are the next AlphaFolds just waiting to be discovered? What other, scientific mysteries are we going to unlock with AI?
It is pretty wild to think about. I keep finding myself daydreaming about the possibilities.
Yeah.
It's like we're standing on the edge of this vast, unexplored territory, and AI is the key to, like, finally mapping it all out.
Exactly. And that's exactly why these initiatives like this funding from Google.org are so important. It's all about giving these, brilliant minds the resources they need to push those boundaries, to experiment, to maybe even stumble upon those game-changing discoveries.
It's like planting seeds, right?
Yeah.
You're providing the fertile ground, the nourishment, and the right conditions for these, I don't know, these ideas to take root and grow into something amazing. Who knows what breakthroughs will come from it?
I love that analogy. It really captures the essence of what this funding represents. And think about it. You, listening right now, you could have the next brilliant idea that could revolutionize science.
Wait, are you saying our listeners could be part of this, like, this AI-powered scientific revolution?
Absolutely. They might not be directly applying for this specific funding,
Mm.
but everyone has the potential to contribute to this wave of innovation. It starts with curiosity. It starts with asking questions.
Mhm.
And it starts with imagining, what could be.
And that's pretty inspiring. So even if our listeners aren't like working in a lab, what can they do to get involved, to maybe even contribute to this movement?
Well, the first step is to, stay curious, stay informed, keep learning about AI and its applications in, different fields. Read articles, listen to podcasts like this one.
Hey, we appreciate the shout out.
But seriously, the more you understand about AI, the more equipped you'll be to identify those opportunities where it can make a real difference. You might be surprised at the connections you start to make between things that seem totally unrelated.
So it's all about like expanding your knowledge base.
Exactly. But don't underestimate the power of just, talking about it, sharing ideas, talk to people about what you're learning, brainstorm potential applications. Share your thoughts online. You never know who might be listening or what spark you might ignite.
That's true. Sometimes the best ideas come from the most unexpected places.
Exactly. And if you're feeling really ambitious, why not try, dipping your toes into the world of AI?
Yeah.
Learn some basic coding skills. There are tons of free courses and tutorials online.
So it's about empowering ourselves, even if we're not, AI experts, to contribute to this movement in our own way.
Exactly. Whether it's through sharing ideas, learning new skills, or just staying informed and engaged, we're all part of this. And the more we participate, the better the results will be.
This is making me feel really optimistic about the future. What are some areas where you're most excited to see new AI applications? What fields do you think are like ripe for disruption and innovation?
Ooh, that's a tough one. There are so many possibilities. But personally, I'm really fascinated by the potential of AI in healthcare. Imagine, a world where AI is helping us diagnose diseases earlier, more accurately, personalizing treatment plans based on your, unique genetic profile, or even accelerating the development of new life-saving drugs.
That would be incredible.
Right. And it's not just about treating diseases, it's about preventing them. AI could help us make healthier choices, manage chronic conditions better. It's about helping people live longer, healthier lives.
It's like AI could give us the tools to take control of our own well-being.
Exactly. Another area I see huge potential is in addressing, the whole climate change issue. We need innovative solutions, and we need them fast. AI could be a game changer in that fight.
In what ways?
Well, AI can help optimize energy grids, making them more efficient, more reliable. It can help us develop better renewable energy sources, even model these really complex climate patterns to predict and maybe even mitigate some of the worst impacts.
So AI can help us understand how everything is connected and then use that knowledge to create a more sustainable future.
Exactly. It really feels like AI is this incredibly powerful tool that we're just starting to understand. And it has the potential to solve some of the biggest challenges facing humanity, which is incredibly exciting.
It is. This has been such a great conversation, really thought-provoking, and it's definitely left me feeling optimistic about the future. I'd love to hear what our listeners think.
Me too. I always love getting their perspectives.
So, to our amazing listeners, we have a question for you. What areas are you most excited to see AI applied to? What problems do you think AI could help us solve? Let us know in the comments. We always love to hear your thoughts and get these important conversations going.
And don't forget to share this episode with your friends, family, colleagues, anyone who might be interested in AI and, all the amazing things it can do for science and tech. Let's spread the word and get more people thinking about these possibilities.
I love that. The more minds we have in this conversation, the better.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, the future of AI is something we're all going to be creating together.
Exactly. It's like this massive collaborative effort. And the more diverse the perspectives we have, the more creative and impactful the solutions we come up with will be.
Well said. Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up another deep dive.
Hmm.
This has been a fascinating look at how AI could really transform science and hopefully create a brighter future for everyone.
It's always a pleasure chatting with you and, of course, with our amazing listeners. I always learn something new from these conversations. Hopefully everyone else does too.
I know I do. Huge thanks to everyone for joining us for this week's Digital Dispatch.
Mhm.
We hope you all have a fantastic weekend, maybe brainstorm some AI-powered ideas of your own, and we'll catch you back here next week for a fresh episode diving into, well, who knows what exciting new developments await us in the world of AI, finance, and tech. Until then, keep those innovative sparks flying.